The woman was cornered at the foot of a cliff by 4 armed men. With no way out, panic set in. To survive, she began climbing the cliff with her bare hands, thousands of meters high. She realized that being caught was worse than taking a chance to escape. As she scrambled up, one of the men started climbing after her. Using his strength, he quickly closed the gap. But the woman wasn't giving up easily. She stomped on his hand, nearly sending him plummeting to the bottom. The man, however, was more determined than ever. He climbed even faster, catching up with her. Desperate, he reached for her backpack. Without hesitation, the woman stomped on him again. With a scream, he fell off the cliff, breaking several bones. The remaining 3 men gritted their teeth in anger, but there was nothing they could do. They were forced to tend to their injured comrade. Helplessly, they watched the woman continue her ascent. They dragged the injured man to a nearby cabin. Using a stick to stabilize his injury, they applied some medicine and poured alcohol down his throat. Once they saw their comrade recovering, they quickly prepared to go after her again. Meanwhile, the woman had used up all her strength. She stopped for a brief rest in a small crevice. Taking out some water from her bag, she drank to regain her strength. Then, using the glue from her bag, she applied some anti-slip powder to her hands. Time was running out, so she pushed on, climbing higher. The men, now armed with tools, arrived at the base of the cliff. But seeing how high the woman had climbed, they knew chasing her was a death wish. After a brief discussion, they decided to take a small path to the top of the mountain, waiting for her to reach them. By now, the woman's incredible strength had brought her halfway up. She thought she could shake the men off by continuing to climb, but she soon encountered a venomous snake ahead. To stay alive, she held her breath, not daring to move, afraid of provoking the snake into attacking. Luckily, the snake slowly slithered away. The woman let out a sigh of relief. But her hands began to numb from the strain. She shook her hands furiously to get the blood flowing again. Then, she rested on the cliffside, drinking from her water bottle. Unexpectedly, the bottle slipped from her hands and fell off the cliff. With no more water, despair washed over her.